TOEM is an adventure puzzle game, currently free from Prime Gaming, if you've got a Prime account, until the 18th of August 2025. This is a game that I think is primarily aimed at children, but in the way that the best children's films are aimed at children. There's a bit more to it that adults will be able to appreciate too. Given its market, I thought it was an interesting choice to make this a black and white game. It still has the graphical elements that would appeal, like all the characters have large eyes and they're charmingly simple. And they've got that dynamic animation style where most things bob around a little bit. I do wonder if the lack of colour might fail to catch children's attention. Kids like bright colours after all. There are a lot of music tracks in the game that you can actually collect and play via a cassette recorder. They provide something of a nursery rhyme feel to the game, which does fit in well, though none of them were particularly memorable. As I said, you collect more as you play through the game, and you can actually pick your favourite and keep it playing. If you don't, they are basically on a random play though. There are settings to change a pause in playing. I think the default is that it's 4 minutes of silence between each track, so you can turn it off completely or have continuous play if you want. Okay, on to the gameplay. Let's set this up. You've been sent on an adventure by Nana to go and experience TOEM, whatever that might be. Now, I nearly ended up freezing to death on a mountain, so I'm reporting Nana to Child Services. She does give you a camera, but that doesn't make up for it. You're going to use the camera to solve puzzles, complete quests, by taking photos. The first area you start in is a good introduction to the game. You're taught the basic mechanics of using the camera, as well as the game loop. It's a very small introduction to picking up quests, completing them via taking photos, and what you need to move on to the next area. Each of the 5 main areas in the base game have an available set of quests to complete, each of which award a stamp, and each area requires a set amount of stamps in order to open up the next location. This is where the game caters to a range of age groups in my opinion. An area might have 15 quests that can be completed, but it actually only requires maybe 8 to open up the next area. Some of these quests will be pretty easy. A simple case of maybe finding and escorting a pet dog back to their owner. Something really simple that a younger child can complete. There'll be enough of these that they will be able to progress to the next level without having to do anything too complicated. Some of the quests though do take a lot more work. There's one quest in the second area that requires you to finish 2 prior quests, both of which require quite a lot of lateral thinking. It actually had me stumped for a while. So the game can be challenging if you want to complete every quest. A handful of quests actually require you to play through the base game and get to the ending before you can actually complete them. You can finish the game and continue playing after the credits though. I didn't quite finish everyone in the 3 or so hours it took me to play through the base game. I think I was 92% complete, most of the way through. You could finish the game a lot quicker if you just did the minimum number of quests. Probably do it in under 2 hours. You would be missing out though. Each area also has a bunch of unique animals to photograph, and that completes a compendium. This is optional, though some of the quests do require you to take photos of some creatures and show it from the compendium, so you're going to pick up some of those animals anyway. As you work through the game, you'll be given various other pieces of gear. You'll get attachments to your camera that can be used when you're in camera mode. You get a tripod that lets you set it down, walk away and take a photo from wherever you want to stand. And you get items of clothing. I initially thought the clothes were just cosmetic, but some of them are actually required to progress some of the quests. The camera mode is intuitive to use and comes provided with a bunch of filters that you do get at some point in the story. When you go into camera mode, any objects of interest will be somewhat bracketed to indicate that you might want to take a photo of them. It can be a little bit awkward to properly capture animals that move around. You actually need to wait for a solid box to form around a creature for it to register properly in the compendium, and it doesn't always pick up on that box. Zooming in usually fixes the issue, or if that didn't work, quitting camera mode, repositioning my character a bit, and then going back in would sort that out. Many of the quests require you to select a photo from your photo album, and I was pleased just how well the game picked up what the photo I had taken was showing. I often had the subject matter a bit off centre, or in the background behind something else, and the game still picked up on it. There is a quest in the bonus chapter that I was given access to after I completed the game that puts your photos up in easels around the location. I can see this being kind of thrilling for kids, having photos you've taken actually become part of the world. Talking of the bonus chapter, this was another hour or so of gameplay in a new location that introduced a new mechanic, a night and day cycle that alters the landscape and changes which NPCs and animals are around, which closes off or opens up different areas depending on the time of day. It factors into some of the puzzles and was a welcome additional mechanic that helped keep the game fresh, though it had by no means worn out its welcome in the 4 to 5 hours I played it for. There is an option to play a new game using post-game mode, which starts you back at the beginning but with every area unlocked and the ending skipped, which I guess is more of a sandbox mode to allow you to play through whatever parts you want. I'll be honest, I didn't try it. I'm not actually sure why you do this. You can continue after completing the game to finish off any quests. Actually, the game itself warns you that things might become a bit unstable, but I guess it's nice to have the option. I enjoyed this game a lot. While most of the puzzles were relatively straightforward for me as an adult who hasn't quite gone senile, there were a few that tested my remaining brain cells, and a couple that I actually never figured out. The world has a lot of really nice interactive elements. You can pet the cats and dogs. You can sit on the swings and toboggan down the slope if you want to. And, you know, why wouldn't you? There are no time pressures whatsoever, and you are free to return to any area you've already visited at any time, which combines with a simple graphical style to produce a world that's relaxing to spend time in and explore. Whether you're an adult with kids looking for a game to play together, or an adult that wants to play a chilled puzzle game, I strongly recommend TOEM. Okay, time to return to the real world where I can't go out for a walk and take photos. Maybe I'll go back to TOEM. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.